10 miles due east of the U.S. Capitol building at Northwest Stadium in Landover. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led out by the veteran of so many teams. We don't have time to tell you how many teams. Man who's got a lot of jerseys in his closet. It's Josh Johnson.
He falls into a category, Mike, of the ultimate journeyman, and I just think it's a credit to him that he's been able to stick around this long in the NFL in a clear backup role, and it just speaks volumes to the presence that he has in the quarterback room. Now, he's not the guy you're going to give the keys to your franchise to and build your team around, but every time he is called into action, he seems to deliver. Now, that's the case here today, and if history tells us anything, he's going to rise to the occasion, and he's going to give his team a chance.
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. David Onyemata in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Back to throw. I had it draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Third down and 15.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
His defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early. It's already too loud.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Mike Hughes on the return for the Falcons. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. So as they look there, we'll take a timeout. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Able to slip one tackle, but not another. Will be fortunate to get this one back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9. On play action, he'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. Jacob Martin. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing, stick. That's caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Commander's 32-yard line.
Now, faking the give. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A first down there on a pickup of 17.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my is better than your, and we're going to just keep them a chance.
And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
14 more yards.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. Takes it all the way down inside the 2. Sets up 1st and goal.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Now stick. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Robinson, and he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Just shy of the goal line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll run the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. The kick is good, and the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead.
Commanders nothing. Bradley Pinion
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance. Takes it across the 30. The Commanders' offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Start the drive with Krosky Merritt. Healing forward for maybe a yard. DeAndre Alford in on the stop.
DeAndre Alford on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Now a pass deep from McLaurin. That is brought in. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A big play there for Washington. A pickup of 44 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, Krosky Merritt, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He was brought down by Caden Ellis. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
He'll step up and run this. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down, 3 to go. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's close to the goal line. Won't have the touchdown, but he does pick it up on 3rd down.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Big time conversion there on 3rd down. Finding yourself trailing at the moment, the last thing you want to do is waste this promising possession. Now, with that throw, they find themselves deep in their opponent's territory. They have to come away with the touchdown to try to cut into this deficit.
Krosky Merritt will take this one into the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Falcons offense ready to take over for their second possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
They get an even 20 on that one. 1st down, Atlanta.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
He is met and dropped a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Pitts is the man in motion. Here's Stick. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. That'll be good for 11 yards, still short of the 1st down marker, and 3rd down coming up.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. A run to begin the drive, and it's Frosty Merrick. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
That's good for a Washington.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
On first down, it is back to Merritt. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. Have to imagine at some point now, the defense tries to change their look.
So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with 1st and 10. They'll go with Bill. That's Merritt. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That is hard. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play there for Washington. 42 yards.
And they decide to bring pressure here on third down, but he does a really nice job, remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
And a run. Here's Merritt. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
At the 4-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Merritt. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Moody now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Commanders 14, Falcons 7.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Carter on the return. Yeah! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll manage only a couple. Quan Martin is there for the stop.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Stick to throw. Over the middle, catch made by Mooney. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 18.
They gain 18 yards on that one.
Down.
It's good for a Falcon first down.
On the play. First down, Atlanta.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield.
Leads to 2nd
and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath, but give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
Stick. That one is caught by Mooney. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is, what is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Short throw taken by Pitts. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
15 more yards.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9.
17-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And he will score! Tyler Algier, touchdown Falcons.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Al Gonzalez to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Falcons will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that has borne out eye-popping numbers. They'll motion over Samuel. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. David Onyemata. He gets in there for the sack. It's a loss of 4 to kick off this drive.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
He'll throw to the outside, into the hands of McLaurin. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Forced to his right. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Here's Tress Way now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. To throw is Stick. That one taken in by London. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Here's Stick to throw. He'll look London's way again. It's complete again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you go.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Going up top. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. The Commanders' offense headed back out, along with the guy who goes by Bill, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Drive will start on the ground, and he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
And a Washington first down.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game, and there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
Now pass deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll be second down.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Commander's first down.
Really well executed counter run there, Mike. And what you're trying to do anytime on these misdirection schemes is you're trying to get these linebackers that might play at a 4.5 speed to maybe play at a 4.7 speed. The hesitation, not understanding exactly where the ball is going to end up, gives you an advantage offensively, just like we saw here.
He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And it'll bring up second down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll step up and run. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hits. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
First and 10.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Touchdown, Washington. That is second touchdown tonight.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Commanders have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead.
Falcons 14.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. This is 3rd and 6. Throwing, stick. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
There he goes again. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their 1st. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
Back to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Now stick. To the right, and Pitts. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finish drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that 1st hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That's caught right side. It's London. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this 1st half.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. The Michigan man, Mikey Sainristil, getting in on the corner blitz, and he comes up with a sack.
2nd down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This will be from 42 yards out. The Gonzalez kick is good. And the Falcons will cut the lead down to 4.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up, wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think it was a big opportunity missed.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He takes off. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Atlanta.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Mooney in motion. On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Quan Martin is there for the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now a toss. Running left, it is Algier.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. And here's Bijan. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Here's Stick. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Atlanta.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. Pitts is the man in motion. He'll drop to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on 3rd and goal, following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
3rd and goal. Quick throw, and it's going to wind up incomplete. That was the run-pass option. Choose pass. Defender able to close it down and bring up 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons cut the deficit down to 1.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Samuel gonna see what he can do. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense headed back out along with the guy who goes by Bill, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Now they'll set up to throw. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
In this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
The Commanders about to send this one away. That is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. On the give, it's Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
The takeaway just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to Mooney, complete right side. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Falcon first down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game that allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
The back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Open man, he's got it. It's London. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
First down, Atlanta.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open. Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak, and he is going to have that Falcons first down by a couple of yards. Able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Give, and here comes Robinson. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll go again with Robinson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Stick. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
Robinson. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
A run here with Algier. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
And now with that stop on 2nd and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. 3rd and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this 3rd quarter.
12 yards. It's 4th down and goal.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we reached the end of the 3rd quarter of play. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So here is Zane Gonzalez in a pressure situation. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense headed back out, along with the guy who goes by Bill, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. Back to throw here to begin the drop. That one secured by the tight end Bates. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 46, here's second and a couple. The man in motion is Burks. On the handoff, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he'll get this down to the 40. It's a nice run. It's also a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now, faking the give. On the run to the right. He's going to run it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. David Onyemata. He gets in to drop him. It's a loss of 8.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
So, Jake Moody on in this big situation. This to take the lead here in the 4th.
Makes the score. Commanders 24, Falcons 23. Jake Moody to kick off.
After the field goal to take the lead, kicker is back out there to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Anytime you're running a toss play, you're really just in a race to the perimeter of the defense. Is my guy faster than your guy? And in this case, the speed in the backfield wins. He picks up big yardage and the first down.
Here's Stick to throw. That's the tight end, Pitts. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
13 yards on
Call it
the play.
a gain of 13. First down, Atlanta.
Pre-snap, the quarterback loved that man matchup on his tight end, and a crossing route is a great man coverage beater. He's able to run away from the coverage, run to the far side of the field to a bunch of open grass. Ball's on target. Nice pickup.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got it to London. They get 16 on that connection. It's good for a Falcons first down.
That's another Falcons first down. A gain of 16 yards.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. You know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense. So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Stick. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. team's ready to go once more as the kick's away. Samuel going to see what he can do. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once more.
24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Back to throw. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
A loss of a yard.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
The Commanders set to kick this one away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here comes Drake London. The rest of that Atlanta offense getting set to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Mooney. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. Mooney in motion. Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Stick to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try to run for it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
The Falcons send their punting unit out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now the return, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to tuck it and go. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
And the Washington first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll look to throw. Fourth out left.
These plays just kill you. Defense, the pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
The man in motion is Burks. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end. That's in it. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grabs and a first down.
That's good for a Commander's first down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
To the air now on first and 10. That is incomplete. Traylon Burks, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, you're Quentin. After that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder. The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Oh, a loose football. It's scooped up by the Falcons.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You're already up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind. And let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory. And after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
Here comes Drake London, the rest of that Atlanta offense getting set to take over once more. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Here's Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Here's Stick. Quick throw here is complete. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. 70 seconds left to go in this game.
Brings up third and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he is going to have that Falcons first down by about a yard. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night from just outside our nation's capital.